When I think about it, $120 and you're getting something like this, how far Chinese figure companies have come if Ningguang isn't enough of an evidence that Apex Toy is a serious and high quality figure company. This figure right here is another proof. Hello and welcome back to extravagant Studio. I'm Steven and today I have a very highly anticipated figure unboxing and review. This box over here just arrived from China earlier today, right at my studio's doorsteps, and Apex Toys 1x7 scale Keqing from Genshin Impact is right inside here. We will be starting our unboxing very soon, but before that, sometime next week, a second Genshin Impact figure is also coming in here. Wonderful Works 1x7 scale Mona. Yes, that one is also coming in. She has already been released even though there is no release date yet in myfigurecollection.net. At least at the point of the publishing of this video over here. But she is coming very soon. So please do subscribe to this channel to find more figure reviews like this. So without further ado, let's get started with the unboxing of this parcel over here. And that is all about the unboxing of this figure. This figure is much simpler compared to Ningguang, so there wasn't a need for two separate videos. We now head straight into the figure review. Once again, this is Apex Toys 1x7 scale Keqing from Genshin Impact. At 1x7 scale, her head height is 27 centimeters tall, but if you do include her twin tails, the overall height of the figure is 29 centimeters, which is a fairly tall figure for a 1x7, but when you factor in her base, yeah, that is about normal size for 1x7 scale. And once again, a quick mention about her box before we proceed to the details of this figure. So this is what her box looks like as you saw in the unboxing, and this is a very pretty box, very striking, very attractive. Look at all this shiny stuff going on, and the box is very tough. This is not some cheap, flimsy, thin cardboard box. This is something thicker than usual, and this once again is not something you'll see in a figure as lowly priced as this Keqing figure over here. You need to remember, this figure of Keqing cost 848 Chinese yuan or Chinese renminbi. That is the price over in Taobao, China anyway, on Genshin Impact's official store. 848 CNY is about 120 US dollars, and just under 550 or 600 Malaysian ringgit. At this price point, for such a high quality figure, this is mind-boggling. This is exceptional value, and just from the price alone, this is a must-have for any Genshin Impact fan. She was released back on the 30th or 31st of July, yeah, very recently, just a few weeks ago, and she was shipped out immediately to my place over here, and I just received her earlier today. So now we move on to the actual figure itself. These close-up videos, they speak for themselves. You are getting exactly what you see in the official product photos. The face is very accurate. The entire figure, the sculpture, and all of the details, they are very accurate, very precise, all the way down to the paint job. There is pretty much no paint job flaws at all. Not a single flaw I can speak of. Well, if I were to be a bit more nitpicky and more specific with looking for problems in a figure, then perhaps this one strap over here on the back of a dress, yeah, that black color paint over there, you can see some paint bleeding over the edges into the gold color areas, but this is pretty much the only one single issue I can find on this figure. You can just look at all of the details on her dress. It is a joy to look at. This is amazing value. You need to remember this figure is 120 US dollars. That is before shipping cost, of course. One more thing about the sculpture of this figure, yeah, which I think could have been a bit better, is on the top of the twin tail over here. Yeah, there are some irregularities on how this twin tail or the hair strands was glued to each other. You can see that it was being glued over there from the irregularities over there. But it isn't really an issue to begin with, right? One word of caution is about her sword. I do find her sword to be rather difficult to be inserted into her right hand, and after trying for over 5 minutes and failing to get it into place, then I finally realized that I was putting the sword at the wrong angle. During assembly, if you end up with her sword blocking her face, then you know that the position of the sword is already wrong. It needs to be more horizontal. And how do you get the sword in? Basically, you are actually wedging the sword handle between her right hand and her upper left arm. It is being wedged together like this. And once you get it into place, it is actually very secure. So the initial part of getting the sword into her hand is a bit tricky, but once you figure it out, yeah, it will stay in place. You have to get two different swords, the normal one and also this purple colored one. Very nice. Also, regarding the figure's stability, this is something once again very impressive, because you see this figure is plugged into the base via one single metal foot peg. Only one, yet the figure is very stable. The weight distribution is very balanced. If you shake the figure, you see the figure does not wobble much, which is very reassuring. Every single part during the assembly process, all of the parts fit very nicely. The tightness is just right, not too loose, not too tight. So if you want to take apart the figure later, shouldn't be too difficult. This front effect part over here, there are even two metal pegs underneath it, which is very nice once again, very secure. But the one part which you need to be extra careful is this piece over here. Yeah, it is a very thin peg going into the base over here and very fragile. I don't think it will take much to break it. So this part especially, you need to take extra care or perhaps just remove it and keep it in your box. Yeah. So overall, this figure of Keqing is astounding, astonishing, and amazing value which I wouldn't have imagined. When I think about it, $120 and you're getting something like this, how far Chinese figure companies have come if Ningguang isn't enough of an evidence that Apex Toy is a serious and high quality figure company. This figure right here is another proof. So go ahead and buy this figure of Keqing to get one. This is an excellent purchase by all means. And that is all for today's figure review of Keqing. Thank you very much for watching, and if you do have any other additional questions on the assembly of this figure, anything else about this figure in general, well, or perhaps any other figure out there, please do ask it down in the comments below, and I would be glad to help you out as soon as possible. Once again, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye.